Welcome to another episode of Pit Lane Parlay.
Welcome to another episode of Pit Lane Parlay. My name is host Mike Jogum. Jess and Matt are joining me today as we switch things up from some race chat and do a little get to know your hosts episode brought to you by GripMat, GRYPMAT.com. Use promo code PLPTV for 10% off your order. Let's dive into it, guys.
All right. So I am taking over this evening, and my poor co-host do not really know what's coming. They know that it's going to be get to know your host questions that could be absolutely anything, doesn't have to be race related. But I kept the questions a secret because I think it's going to be more fun that way. So in no particular order, these questions are going to be from some of our fans and also from myself. I'll kind of just jump around from topic to topic. Like I said, there's no real rhyme or reason to any of these. So it's going to be kind of fun. Hope you guys enjoy it, and feel free to participate with us on social media. I've got to start with kind of the obvious ones, and we got two questions I'm going to do back to back here from fans. One of them, and I'm sorry, I didn't write down if you guys were from Facebook or Twitter or whatnot, so I'm just going to say your names. One of them came from Craig Woolard. He wants to know, what is our favorite kind of cheese?
I thought you said there wasn't going to be any cheese questions.
Oh, no, there's two. There's two cheese questions.
Dang it. Well, do I even need to answer, or should we just skip me?
We can probably skip you, but go ahead and say it for those of you who may be new.
American singles on any sort of sandwich, and if it's not that, then I'll take a nice mozzarella, I guess, if I had to pick one. But thanks for your question, Craig.
Yeah, thanks for the question. Good starting question. I guess I should have seen that one coming. I'll go with blue cheese.
Oh.
God, you elitist.
Ooh.
That says so much about you. See, when I say craft singles, that makes me sound like a total ignorant punk. And then when you say blue cheese, like, oh.
Yeah, I can't do the whole blue cheese thing, but I'm going to go with a nice smoked provolone. I think that's got to be my favorite. Mozzarella is up there, though, so I'm definitely not going to knock you for that one. So now, on that same note, and this one actually comes from my mom, Tiffany Baker would like to know what we would do if we had the 400-pound block of cheese.
I think Matt's answered this question a long time ago.
It was a long time ago, and he's had time to think about it. So if he wants to change his answer, he can.
Well, I would divide it up into half-pound blocks and share with everybody in the media center, especially at tracks where the food is subpar. So I would share the wealth amongst everybody working hard all weekend.
Yeah, I didn't know this was like a trivia night, because now I have to remember what I said last time. I'm pretty sure I did something cheesy.
Of course.
I walked right into that one. Rephrase. I'm pretty sure I did something corny and said something like, give it to my wife because she likes cheese more than I do, or she has better taste in cheese, we'll say. Yeah, I'm going to have to dig through the archives and figure that out. I feel like I'm letting Mrs. Baker down here. Yeah, I'd probably do something like that. Just make a party or give it away or do something with it.
You guys have had like 2 years to think about this question, and I'm really actually disappointed with both of your answers. So I'm going to go with mozzarella because it's a little bit springy, and I have decided that I am going to make bouncy balls out of my 400-pound block of cheese, and we're going to play some kind of game with the bouncy balls, probably at like Roger Penske's shop because we know it's clean enough to eat off the floor there. But I think it would be fun to play a game. And then, of course, you're going to eat cheese at the end of the day. So that is my answer. Okay, so I'm going to move on to, let's see. I'm just going to throw one that, and I will say also, I forgot to mention this at the beginning. Some of these may be repeats from where we did the Get to Know Your Host questions on Twitter. I didn't go back through all of them, but some of you guys don't follow us on Twitter anyways. So if it's a repeat and you already know the answer, sorry, but it's going to be fun. So first question, do you guys believe in ghosts?
No. Am I supposed to?
There's no right or wrong answers to this tonight.
Well, no. If you guys can convince me otherwise, feel free to. It's not like I'm set in my ways per se.
Yeah, I'm with Matt on this one. If you can convince me otherwise, sure. And I love horror movies and everything about scary things. But in all reality, no, I do not believe in ghosts.
After all these terrible Netflix movies you've seen, you still don't believe in ghosts?
Exactly.
That's probably why he doesn't believe in ghosts.
Partially true.
I'm going to say yes. I know that's kind of a little outlandish of me, but I do think that there is at least a possibility of ghosts. We'll put it that way.
Mike, help me out here. What's crazier? Jess thinking that Ryan Hunter-Reay and Sam Schmidt are going to retire in the same week, or her belief in ghosts?
I'm going to go with Ryan Hunter-Reay and Sam Schmidt retire.
That was a tough one, though. I will say that was definitely a tough one.
I'm telling you, this is turning into trivia night all really fast.
It's going to be fun. I mean, but there's no right or wrong answers, though. So that's what makes it even more entertaining. Okay, so I'm going to go with another from me one. What was you guys' first real job?
Oh, boy. I was a cook at Sesame Place in Langhorne, Pennsylvania, and I cooked only for the other miserable people who worked there. It was my first job at age 15, and it was also the worst job I've ever had.
Yeah, I was a busboy and a dishwasher and an IHOP.
I worked at a Dairy Queen. So yeah, we all had pretty unfantastic first jobs.
I mean, you and I did not have the word miserable in our answer.
I don't think we needed to say the word miserable.
IHOP, Dairy Queen.
It was just implied.
Yeah, fair.
Okay, so our next question, I'm going to go back to a fan question. This one's from Andrew Jones. He wants to know who we think the best driver is to have never won an Indy 500.
That's a tough one. I think if I had to pick one, it would be, in my personal opinion, a driver who never got the chance to run at the Indy 500, and that'd be Greg Moore. Simply by going off of what he did on ovals every time he was on the track, he was a beast. And I am really bummed that we never got to see him run around Indianapolis, because I think he would have done very successful.
Wow. I think Jess and I should just forfeit the rest of this question because there's no answer is going to top that.
Well, just don't end your answer with done very successful, because that was like the worst English I've ever done.
That's okay. It's the first episode of the year.
I know. I'm rusty. It's been 3 weeks.
That's why we're doing this kind of fun show, to break us back in.
I like it because, man.
I know this is the easy pick, but I'll go with Michael Andretti. He was so dominant there, just to have, bad luck and things not go his way. Led a couple hundred laps. I forget what it is, 450 laps there or something like that. So I'll go with Michael Andretti.
I am going to go with my man, Tony Stewart. I always thought that he was going to do it, but unfortunately never got it done. So it's a shame. All right. Do you want one from me, or do you want another fan one?
Doesn't matter.
You both are just shaking your head.
I don't know. Just do the Jess one. Just is it a tough one?
No, none of my. I can't say that any of these are really necessarily tough. They just make you think a little bit.
There's no would you rathers in here?
No. I saw some really good would you rathers, but I didn't do any. Yeah, okay, all right. This one's a good one because we were actually just talking about tech earlier. So, and this one's for me. An app that you have on your phone that you absolutely hate it, but you use it anyways.
Any social media. So I'll pick Facebook. I hate everything about it, and yet I still use it, mainly because I post podcast stuff on Facebook, but I hate Facebook.
I got two. One is AccuWeather because it's always wrong. And the other is Wells Fargo because then I open it and I have to look at my bank account, which is kind of sad at the moment.
100% Facebook. I really dislike Facebook.
Are you pronouncing that correctly?
Huh?
Facebook? You don't say Facebook.
No, Facey Spacey. Yeah, no, I hate it. I still don't understand it, but I use it. So definitely Facebook. Let's see here. All right, we're going to go with a fan question from Jimmy Nichols. He wants to know, what are we most looking forward to this year?
I'm very excited to cover my first Rolex 24 in just 2 weeks' time. The whole experience should be really cool. I'm very curious to see how delirious I'll be at 4 o'clock in the morning at a racetrack. So that'll be interesting. So yeah, I'm excited to expand and hit a few IMSA races this year in addition to everything we've already been doing.
Yeah, I'm excited to get to my 6th Indianapolis 500 and hopefully Sammy's 2nd if everything lines up correctly. And then outside of that, we have a pretty cool family reunion coming in August I'm looking forward to. And hopefully sometime around October, a trip to Virginia Beach to see some family of mine. So I guess traveling to encompass all those answers.
Yeah, mine's going to be traveling too. I get to go see some tracks I've not been to, and I've not ever been to Portland, Oregon at all. So I'm really looking forward to that one probably the most. And then I would say Coda is probably second most now, especially because my girl Kesha is playing a concert that night, and I'm going to go straight from the racetrack probably to the concert. Real excited. Just saying, I'm wearing glitter to the racetrack. So
Mike has to be seen with you, so
I know.
Not necessarily.
He's really looking forward to it. Actually, he told me earlier he can't wait to see it. Okay, that might be a lie. Okay, so back to a question from me. If you guys had unlimited amount of money, like money was not a question, doesn't matter, what is the very first thing that you would buy?
Private plane.
What would you possibly do with the private plane?
Make my own flights so I could get to racetracks and not take red-eye flights.
Okay. I mean, I'm assuming Jess and I wouldn't even be invited on these. It'd probably just be for you.
Well, it depends on if you are on the way to the racetrack.
Negative. No. Jess would be on the way to a bunch of tracks. I would be out of the way for every single one of them except maybe Portland.
I'll get you in an Uber.
Okay. Can you Uber me to Portland? That's, 40-hour drive.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I have unlimited money, so you can Uber to the track.
All right. I would buy a plot of land somewhere near my house and build a Texas Roadhouse. I've been really in the mood for a Texas Roadhouse, and there's one not really that close to our house. So, I mean, there's one that just opened up nearby, and by nearby, it's like half an hour away. So I want one much closer.
A half an hour is not that bad, man.
I'd just rather have one that's 3 blocks away.
3 blocks? If you have unlimited money, why don't you just make it like in your backyard?
I want it to be a nice Texas Roadhouse, not a very small Texas Roadhouse.
Well, if you have unlimited money, why can't it just be your own personal Texas Roadhouse?
Hey, you said I got to buy one thing. A fancy yard was not a part of that experience.
Okay. I guess I'll give you that one. If I had an unlimited amount of money, I would buy myself a private island because we all know how I do not deal very well with the cold weather stuff. And like most islands are, warm. Not all of them, but the one I'm buying is going to be a good climate. And I would like to just be away from it all. Obviously, you guys can come visit, but it's got to be pre-planned. You can't just show up at my island in Mike's private jet.
What about an Uber?
If you take an Uber into the ocean to get to my private island, you probably aren't going to make it.
But you can try. I'll pay.
I don't know about anybody, but that sounded like a challenge more than anything. So accepted.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, you can actually get directions from New York to Europe on Google Maps walking, and it does actually say to swim. So
I was gonna say, if I type in Jamaica on my phone right now and try to get directions, what does it tell me to do?
It probably does eventually tell you to jump in the ocean and swim.
Well, it didn't help. Hang on. Let's try Bahamas instead. They didn't even give me the option of traveling. There we go. To Bahamas. Oh, directions are not available.
Dang
Directions are not available between these locations. What about walking? No. Transit? Nope. Ride? Nope. I'm out of luck.
You cannot get there. Okay, well, I don't know though. If I bought an island and you bought a plane, we would be pretty set. The Texas Roadhouse doesn't really help us a lot, but
he can stop on his way and pick up some Texas Roadhouse to go, and then figure out a way to make sure it's warm 8 hours later when he lands at wherever your island is.
I don't know if those little insulated DoorDash bags work that long.
What if I buy a neighboring island and build a Texas Roadhouse?
Okay, then I'll swim over and we can go to your Texas Roadhouse.
I can live with that.
Yep.
I like it. But it's got to be real close because I can't swim very far. I mean, I can swim, but you can't get one that's like a mile away. Okay. All right, let's go back to another fan question. This one is going to come from Mr. Frenchie himself, Michael Goodyear. He wants to know, and this is a really good one, I think. He wants to know what our guilty pleasure song is. A song we love to jam out to, but we really don't like to tell people that we like it.
I don't know of a specific song, but for those who know me, obviously, because I tease Matt all the time about his not knowing who Stone Temple Pilots is.
God, I knew that was coming.
Yeah, for the most part, I obviously listen to rock music, but I've been really digging this pop star from Australia, Amy Shark. So I don't know if it's really a guilty pleasure because I've talked about it on social media before, but it's very different than what I normally listen to.
Yeah, I shout out to Jess because I say TikTok by Kesha is one of my guilty pleasure songs. I have no problems jamming out to that one. That one's fun.
I love it.
My other one is Come Sail Away by Styx. I absolutely, if I've had a couple drinks, I will shout that at the top of my lungs. You can ask some of my friends. It's been done before. And yeah, I don't know. That first, right before the basically whatever musical solo, I just belt out to that song.
So basically what you're saying is I need to write that little piece of information down and remember that for the drunk episode.
Oh, I don't know if that should be public. I'm not trying to burst any eardrums here.
We'll make it happen at a racetrack near you.
Yes, I think that's fair.
Just before you go, I'm going to add in Timber by Kesha. That was a song that Meg and I made sure was played at the wedding a couple of years ago because I have no problem jamming out to that one.
I want to appreciate that both of you used my girl, who I am not ashamed of saying I love her songs. So clearly that's not going to be who I pick here. I'm actually not really ashamed of this. And I kind of get into it on Twitter sometimes. But a lot of you probably haven't really seen it or didn't know this, but I'm a huge Hanson fan still to this day. I still try to see them at least once a year in concert. And so, yeah, that's probably my guilty pleasure. It's not a song. I can't pick one particular song of theirs because I enjoy them all. And host Mike, I know you're rolling your eyes, but you may have been exposed to them and not even knew it in my car because they don't even sound like they used to sound anymore.
Can you name a couple songs by them?
Mbop.
What did you say?
Mbop. Come on, that's what they're famous for.
Can you sing it?
I'm not singing.
That was worth a shot.
The look of anticipation on Matt's face. I wish we had our video up and running because it made my ear.
Straight up got like right up in the camera. That was good. No, so not singing. Sorry, guys. We're going to move on. We are going to do one of mine now. So if you guys could trade lives with anyone, who would it be?
I don't know. Obviously, my dream growing up was to play in the NHL. So, and I always joke that the best job would be to be a backup goalie because you don't have to play that much, and there's not really a ton of pressure on you. So, any NHL backup goalie who wants to trade their job with me, I will trade jobs with them.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Christopher Nolan. I think he's got a lot of movies that I absolutely love, and he's at that point where he kind of can just do his own thing and not rely on a big studio to kind of help him out with his projects. And I also want to kind of, I don't know, it's kind of weird if I like switch spots with him. Obviously, it would just be my mind doing my own job, but I kind of want to know how his mind works because some of his ideas are really cool.
I can see that. Let's see. Who would I think this is going to be kind of a weird one, but you guys know how much I love animals. So I think I would want to trade lives with Bindi Sue Irwin because I think it'd be really, really cool to work at Australia Zoo and check out all the animals that they have. And obviously right now you got to feel bad for them because I read that they'd already helped like 90,000 animals in these fires. So hopefully they get that under control soon. But I think it would be really cool to see all of the animals that they have there at Australia Zoo.
Before you go to the next question, I definitely thought you were going to say you were going to be an animal. I think Matt was concerned there too.
I didn't know where that was gonna lead.
I guess I should have specified since I said anyone I took as a person, not I don't know. I guess it could have gone either way with me. Okay, so gonna do another one of mine. You guys have to have a job, but you don't.
No,
I know, but you don't need it. You don't need money. So, what job would you do if it didn't matter how much you made?
Go ahead, Matt.
I was thinking some sort of like equipment manager or something, assistant to the assistant manager of the equipment managing of like the Chicago Bears or something. I feel like that would be a lot of fun, and I don't know how much they get paid, but it wouldn't matter at that point.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, good answer. I will go with rock star because everybody wants to be a rock star and none of them make money anymore. So
no, they do because you keep going on their like 66th retirement tours. How old are the Stone Temple Pilots?
In their 50s.
How many going away tours have they had?
0.
Oh, well, it'll come. And then they'll have another one. And then they'll have another one.
Oh, shoot.
And you'll basically, Mike Jokum will be paying their salaries at that point.
Oh, you guys in the Stone Temple Pilots. I am going to go with, man, this is a tough one. It's really bad that I didn't prep for these questions either. Like I wrote down the questions, but I didn't like come up with my answers in advance because I kind of wanted to be on the spot also. I think that I would probably want to be a photographer of some sort, but I don't like taking pictures of people. So I don't know if it would be like architecture or like animals, probably animals. But yeah, I like doing photography. I think it's fun. So
you want to be the next Stephen King?
No, I don't think I could write that well.
Oh, well done. Let me jump in here real quick before we continue on. Shout out to everybody who signed up on our new members platform. You can find the link in our show notes. Anybody who signs up before the end of January will be entered into a raffle for a Stephen Wilson raced used visor. We're not really sure what race it's from. We'll get back to you on that one if you're curious. And also shout out to Craft 1861. If you go to craft1861.com and enter promo code PLP40, you'll get 40% off your order there.
So kind of, I guess, we'll keep with the Craft 1861, sort of, kind of, because it can help you sleep sometimes. So this question is about sleep. Do you guys have any weird sleep habits? Do you talk in your sleep? Do you walk in your sleep? You do anything weird in your sleep?
No, Mike was just shaking his head yes. I feel like he has to go first.
I sleepwalk occasionally. I sleep talk relatively often. Also, Meg, my wife, sleep talks entire conversations. Apparently so do I, from what I'm told. So yes, I'm a very heavy sleeper, but a very apparently chatty sleeper.
Is there any chance she could ever get a video of you sleep talking about bougie cheese?
No.
Or Stone Temple Pilots?
No, my sleep talk tends to be about nonsense that makes no sense, like Kraft Singles is good.
Yeah. Wait, that's not nonsense. Were you serious that rock stars don't get paid anything anymore? Was that a joke?
No, that's serious. Most rock stars do not make as much money as rock stars of even 10, 15 years ago.
I would pay to come to your concert, Mike.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm blushing right now.
You're welcome. Weird sleep habits. Sorry. I always sleep with one foot uncovered.
The monster's going to get you, so be careful.
Well, I don't believe in ghosts or monsters or anything.
Well, I'm still a little disappointed, honestly. But I was going to take you guys on a ghost tour or something, but whatever. Weird sleep habits. I have mumbled in my sleep, I've been told, but I don't think that I've never walked. So I don't think I have like full blown conversations like Mike, but I do mumble sometimes. And Mike's also, he failed to mention that he can be like in the middle of a sentence with you and just die. Like he falls asleep and then doesn't move until his alarm goes off.
I can literally fall asleep anywhere at any time as long as I'm sort of comfortable.
And that's accurate because I've seen you sleep on a couch that probably was not really actually a couch. It was like a love seat.
Yeah, I've fallen asleep at the kitchen table before. Actually, one time I fell asleep standing in line at IKEA. We were far back in line and I was leaning against our big cart thing and Meg had to shake me so I didn't make a scene.
Oh, man. All right. We're going to go with another fan question here. I am going to pick one from Mr. Matt Grunholz. He wants to know, what is the earliest memory we have about racing?
Mine is Gateway 1999. Paul Tracy and Dario Franchitti, who were teammates at the time, took each other out.
Don't remember what year it was, but I was probably no more than 7 or 8 years old. I'll have to ask my dad. But walking through pit lane or the paddock area, meeting AJ Foyt and the awkward handshake he gave me, probably because I was 7 years old. But so it was a good memory, but I don't remember. It was at Nazareth Speedway, but I don't remember what year it was.
I also don't remember what year it was. It was probably just a rough guess. I'd say like 1993, roughly, give or take. Might have been a little bit before that. I was sitting in the stands for practice at Indianapolis one day, and I would close my eyes and listen to all the engines, not looking at any of the cars, didn't know who it was by that, but I would listen to the engines and I would be able to point at a car when it was coming and tell you if their engine was going to last for the race or not. And I was extremely accurate. So that was my first real memory, because I just remember sitting there with my eyes closed and just listening more than anything. So I like you guys, I can't remember the exact year, but I do remember that. And it was a fond memory from Indy back in the day. What task are you guys freakishly bad at?
Anything related to cleaning the house. I really just am challenged at cleaning skills.
I'm going to skip the what and go straight to why. Or maybe how.
You have to ask Meg that question. That's not I don't know. I don't really know the answer to that one. But there's a reason why she's the one who does the cleaning around the house.
Me is assembling any sort of IKEA furniture. I'm completely useless at it. I don't understand it. I'm more of a pictures person, and all of their instructions are straight up in pictures. So you think I'd be good at it, but nope, never.
Yeah, I struggle with that as well.
I don't do too bad at that. My struggle with that is usually when it's time to flip it up and I'm like stuck. I can't get it. It's laying on the floor on its side and I'm like, yeah, there it is. See, man, I freakishly bad at. I am really bad about taking my cups into the kitchen after I use them. I will leave them sitting around all over my house forever until I'm pretty much out of cups. And then I have to take them all in and wash them.
As Jess's apartment is my home base for the month of May, I can confirm this is accurate.
I'm never inviting you guys over.
I'll take any other dishes into the kitchen right away. But for whatever reason, my cups are like, if I have a can of pop or whatever, like it just sits where I had it.
This is like, oh yeah, I'll clean your charcuterie board, but I'm not going to bring my cup in there.
Yep, pretty much. I don't know why, but there it is. That's my freakishly bad at taking my cups in to be washed until I'm out of them. All right. So the next one, also for me, who's you guys' celebrity crush?
Like current or all time?
All time.
Easily Scarlett Johansson.
Okay.
I got to think about, because I know I'm drawing a blank on my second one. I've always had two. The first one has always been Natalie Portman. And the second one was, I'm drawing a blank. It was a guy. I know that. I had a huge man crush on a guy. No shame in admitting that.
I have a woman crush, so it's cool.
Cool. All right. I can see Mike's glaring at me, but Jess is like, I got you. Hang on. Come back to me on that.
Okay, well, my woman crush, I'll just throw it out there, is Keira Knightley. And then my man crush, my celebrity man crush, is probably gotta be Ryan Gosling, because he just is handsome.
Oh, it's Matt Damon, which actually I share that with Sammy. We're both, I wouldn't say, well, she might be borderline obsessed with Matt Damon, but I just think he's pretty spectacular, especially in a lot of movies. Mike's smiling at me. Is this like a Boston Philly thing with you, or?
No, I actually love Matt Damon.
Okay.
It's funny the way you said that Sammy was borderline obsessed with Matt Damon. In my head, I thought Matt Damon is going to be the episode art for the episode now.
Well, because you guys have seen Interstellar, right?
Yes.
Like we saw a preview for it, and I was like reading into it, and I knew like Matthew McConaughey and Anne Hathaway and John Lithgow and a couple other really well-known actors and actresses were in there, and we had no idea that when they were letting that one scientist out of his sleep state, they opened the bag and it was like Matt Damon. I'm like, what? Why is Matt Damon in this movie? And Sammy started like freaking out. She's like, oh my god, it's Matt Damon. So yeah, we're big fans of Matt Damon in this household.
I like it.
I think it's funny that Mike's face just went all kind of places when you said you had a man crush.
No
like,
shame.
Wait,
No shame.
Okay, this one should be like fairly easy, no real thinking, but I don't think we answered this one on Twitter ever before. What is you guys' favorite color?
Blue.
Navy blue.
Okay, wow. I'm also a blue person. Mine's midnight blue though, so even darker.
Hang on, I'm gonna Google that. Wait. First, I have to Google blue to see what Mike's talking about first, and then I'm gonna Google midnight blue.
Mike's thinking royal blue.
Midnight Blue is a song by Lou Graham.
Interesting.
The more you know.
Things you learn.
Google's not really giving me a definitive. Is it any of?
It's really, really dark.
So
like nearly black.
that?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any walls in your home painted like that?
Not currently, but I have had previously.
Did I ever show you a picture of my closet?
I can't say that you did. No.
We just painted
Wow.
it. It's highlighter yellow.
Oh, that is going to wake you up in the morning.
Like Agino yellow?
Yeah, kind of.
Ooh.
Yeah. It wakes me up every morning.
I mean, that would actually do it. When you open the door and flipped on a light, it would be like, whoa, okay. All right. Well, that's interesting. I wouldn't have thought of that, but I like it. It's a good idea. All right. Now, this one I know we answered, but for those of you who don't follow us on Twitter, I wanted to do it again because I think it's kind of funny. Hidden talents, guys. What hidden talents do you have?
I'm a fantastic cook.
Really?
Yes, I do all the cooking in the household here, and I absolutely love cooking.
He doesn't clean up afterwards.
I was gonna say, what about the dishes?
I'll do the dishes. That. Other than that, you don't want me cleaning your house.
What's your signature dish?
Oh boy!
Don't say Philly cheesesteak.
No, I've never actually made a cheesesteak myself.
Really?
Really?
Huh.
You know how we know he's from Philly is because he just says cheesesteak, and I say Philly cheesesteak.
I was going to let you slide on that one because, obviously I talk to people not from Philly every day, so I'm used to hearing Philly cheesesteak, but that's a fair point. What is my signature dish? I don't know. I like cooking different things, but I made chicken wings in our air fryer this weekend that were fantastic. So I'll go with my newest favorite toy is the air fryer.
Air fryers are good. Let's see. I have two. One is that I'm really good at playing FIFA, which is the most useless talent in the entire world. And the other is that within reason, for any players within the last maybe like 10 years, if you tell me an NFL player that's pretty well known, I can tell you what college they went to.
It's random.
Yeah.
Jordan Matthews.
Jordan Matthews went to Vanderbilt.
He's Googling.
I'm going to Google that while we keep talking.
I bet I'm wrong because that's a no-name Philadelphia scrub receiver.
No, you were right. Well done.
Hey, was I really? Because, yeah. Hey, see, there you go. Test passed. He's taking them more.
That is like the most random thing. Okay, no, that's cool. Mine is that I am kind of freakishly double jointed in my arms. I put them on backwards. Mike doesn't like it.
I think we need a demo.
Well, I will show you the next time I am in person, but it's kind of going to be impossible right now.
Donovan McNabb went to Syracuse.
Yeah, that's easy.
Oh, whatever. I don't think most people know that.
I wouldn't have known that. Not a shocker there, though. Okay, so this one, I think you answered this. Mike and me have not answered this before. If you could have dinner with any three people, living or dead, who would it be?
Chester Bennington. I'm going to try to switch up my fields here. Bobby Clark, Flyers Hall of Fame center, and Ray Haroon.
Yeah, I think mine was something along the lines of, and I could be wrong, but something like Dan Weldon, Heath Ledger, and probably Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, that one makes sense since you wanted to switch lives with him to get into his head. So that one, I was expecting that one. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to say, I am going to say Shakespeare because I would really like to know like the legit stories behind some of his stuff because there's so many rumors. I'm going to go with AJ Foyt because I love hearing all the old time stories. And I am going to go with, oh man, That last one's tough. I want somebody that's going to make me laugh. I'm at a loss on who.
Put your hand down, Mike. She said someone that's going to make her laugh.
He's probably going to tell me who's going to make me laugh.
No, I pointed to myself when you weren't looking.
Yeah, no. I want them to make me laugh. I don't want to laugh at them. There's a difference.
Oh, no. Wow.
We'll say, how about probably Shore?
Dan Weldon would make you laugh.
Probably Shore. He's funny.
Good answer.
He just is so ridiculous. And that's all there is to say about him. All right, so let's do one more fan question from Jimmy Nichols again. He wants to know, what do we think is going to make the biggest impact this upcoming race season?
How well teams have prepared for the additional weight of the aero screen.
Yeah, I think to piggyback off of that is how well teams can adjust to maybe the different stress levels that'll be on the tires. If they can figure that out, then they should be ahead of the curve.
Well, I'm going to go with an overall instead of specific teams. I'm going to say Roger Penske and what he decides to do with everything. It's obviously going to impact everyone. So I think that could be the biggest impactor of the season. So, guys, we're down to about 3 more questions. They're all from me. None of them are racing related. So these will be the last super entertaining ones, of course. Okay, well, so we'll start with one where we get to humble brag. Our biggest accomplishment.
Getting my master's degree a couple of years ago.
Yep.
Getting married. Never thought that was going to happen.
All right. I'm going to say graduating college also. So I think that was probably my biggest one thus far. Hopefully more to come for all of it. All right. One word to describe yourself.
Insane.
Goofy.
Oh man, there's so many good ones. I'm going to say unpredictable. I'm going to say unpredictable for me. All right. And then the last one, and it's fitting because we are going to say what we would have as our last meal if we were like on death row or whatever.
This one is easy for me. A giant bowl of mashed potatoes. That's all I need.
Okay.
You can't look at me like that when you lovingly enjoy Kraft singles. That's not even real cheese.
There you go. You put a Kraft single on the mashed potatoes. There we go. That'll make it better.
Why would you want to put a piece of plastic in your mashed potatoes?
Why would you want to have mashed potatoes as your last meal?
I mean, I wouldn't mind mashed potatoes as part of my last meal.
Yes. I mean, I guess I can't really talk because mine's potato based. There's a bar that I loved in my college town that makes the best loaded fries. So melted cheese and bacon. And if we're super bored and, like we have a night free one day, we actually drive 2 hours just to go get some. It's that good. So I guess can't really talk because mine's also potato based.
I am going to go with a filet from St. Elmo, and I'll go ahead and go with some mashed potatoes on the side. Preferably garlic, like garlic smashed potatoes. Throw a little cheese on there. I wouldn't be upset. And I want creme brulee for dessert because this is the last meal, so you're supposed to stuff yourself. Oh yeah, speaking of, I guess I might as well do the shrimp cocktail to start because it's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, if I get my loaded fries be my side, then I would get king crab legs and some melted butter with the dessert of a flat iron cookie with ice cream in the middle. And my drink would be Dr. McGillicuddy's mixed with Red Bull or Spotted Cow on tap.
I'll give you the Spotted Cow. I'm going to ignore the first thing you said.
Or Castle Danger Cream Ale on tap, which is a Minnesota beer.
Yeah, sounds tasty.
It's it's fantastic.
Is that our last question?
That is our last question.
You didn't want to add on to yours?
No, I think mashed potatoes all he's going with.
Yeah, no, I'm set. I have been known to just buy the family-sized thing of mashed potatoes and eat it by myself if I don't have to cook for anybody else. So let's just leave it at that.
Okay. Yep. I don't want to know what that does to your insides. So So, guys, do you guys have any questions you want to throw out real quick?
To you?
To the three of us.
How do you like your eggs done in the morning?
Scrambled with cheese. If I have to do a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, I want it over hard.
Scrambled all day.
Over easy.
I don't like the runny thing.
Well, then because I take a piece of toast, butter it, put a piece of bacon on one side, flip the sandwich over, and then dip it in the yolk.
Cool. Nope, still don't like the runny thing.
Excuse you?
It's
good.
the runny thing. It just bothers me. I don't know why.
That's weird.
I never said I was normal.
Unpredictable. There we go.
Well done. Let's wrap it up. I have no more questions. All right. I can't think of anything off the spot. So, Jess, go ahead and sign us off.
All right. Well, that was fun, guys. Appreciate it. And guys, keep your lug nuts tight.